one time, again, this is in Southeast Asia, my wife and I were driving to a village to make a visit with a family. And we get to it's dirt roads, but we get to this intersection and there's a crowd gathered around, and I stopped the truck and got out, and there's a big crowd, and inside the crowd I look, there's a man laying on the ground. There's a moto, like a small motorcycle kind of moto on the ground, and this guy is bleeding. He's got a head wound and there's blood everywhere, just a pool, and he's gonna die. I mean, there's just so much blood, and a pool of blood that's getting bigger. You can just see it, and we're like, "What's going on? Why is he laying there?" And they said, "Oh, he's a thief." And everyone knew he's a thief, and he had stolen this moto, and now he's going to die. And to them, he's getting what he deserves. They're just going to watch him die.
Wow.
And I just was like, no. And so we scooped him up off the ground. She opened the back end of the truck. I put him on a mat in the back of the truck, and we just took off back to the city to try to get him to a hospital. And we got to the hospital and pulled up and yelled out to bring, come out to bring him in, and they weren't going to take him unless I paid first. That's just how it works, And so I had to pay him, and they took him in, and they were able to save his life. And then he's at the hospital recuperating, but they had police there watching him the whole time.
Yeah.
And I got to share the gospel with him there at the hospital, and he gave his life to the Lord. And then when he was well enough, they transferred him to a prison. And I don't know if there was ever a trial. They just took him to the prison. And this prison, there's no food, there's no services. It's not like prisons here,
Yeah.
They just have a slab, and if the family doesn't bring food, they'll starve, And
Wow.
so I went several times. His family was there bringing food, and I went and met with them and got to continue to talk with him about following Christ. And when he got out, we lost touch with each other. But here's this guy who was a thief. He was going to die. And God, sometimes a miracle is not, I may have said this already, it's not just an event that's miraculous. It's the timing that God put us there at the exact moment after he'd wrecked. The blood was everywhere. If we had been 5 minutes later, he'd died.
Yeah.
To bring him in. And why? This guy's a thief. And they were going to let him die. And God did all this so that he could hear the gospel and his whole life be changed. And again, I'm just amazed that the extents that God will go to bring someone to himself and to give them life. It just blows me away.